Welcome to July 14th, 2026. Hope everybody had a happy 4th. Roll call, please.
Mayor Webb?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Washington?
Here.
Councilmember Londo?
Here.
Councilmember Sullivan?
Here.
Councilmember Lucero?
Excused.
He is excused.
Approval of the agenda.
Move approval of the agenda as revised.
Second.
Thank you.
Teamwork.
There we go.
Makes dream work.
Makes the dream work, yep.
Any changes to the agenda? Dissension? Anyone? No. We have approval of the agenda. Citizen of the month. This is Andrea Washington. Would you like to hand these out, please?
Quick background on these three citizens of the month. Doug Hawkins, Eric Zaremski, and Patrick Tracy all happen to be my neighbors. Down the street, I had a large branch fall into my yard in the storm 2 weekends ago, and it was blocking the road as well. And they all came down with chainsaws, and within 20 minutes, it was cleared from the road and piled on the side of the street and was picked up later that week by the city. So I just wanted to recognize them for being good neighbors and good citizens of this community, and doing things that they didn't have to do but will help everybody that comes across that. So I just want to say thank you. And today, Doug and Eric are not here, but we do have Pat. And
Miss Andrea, if you'd like, you can go to the microphone and make the presentation.
So this is Pat. He is one of my lovely neighbors, and this certificate is for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I've been here since 2018, and I'm proud to be a Hazel Park citizen. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you. Okay.
You want to do a picture with council? You guys want to go down and?
We can go down.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, we have the business now.
And then, should I go down there? Should I do it? Just go down.
And we have one more, the business of the month.
Yep.
Or July. We'll go back to June in a minute. Is Andrea's pick Doug's Delight? Please come up.
We have the representatives from Doug's Delight come up,
reps
please.
from Doug's Delight, please come.
Doug's Delight / Matt and Moe's.
Yes, Matt and Moe's Italian beef and Doug's Delight. I wanted to recognize Matt and Moe and Doug's Delight because they're a staple here in Hazel Park community. So I wanted to thank you for continuing the business. That location has been here since 1965, if I'm correct. So I just wanted to recognize you for being here in Hazel Park and continuing on this legacy and being part of this community.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I eat Doug's all the time. Like, I'm a big fan of pizza puffs, personally. Pizza puffs and Doug have those certificates.
Oh,
That way.
Come on. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just going to hang on.
We got one more. We got Bar Gabby from June.
Oh, yeah,
And
and then
this,
from
and
last.
one from June, which was my pick, was Bar Gabby.
I guess I didn't even say it. Come on, Gabbies.
Bring the kids. On behalf of the mayor and council, we thank you for being bar of the month and business of the month. You want to say anything?
I mean, it's always our dream to have our own home away from home. So we've done many things here when Frame used to be here. So for us, actually getting the place and continue the legacy means a lot. And we love the park. We love Hazel Park because we, the first time we got here in the first pop-up, we felt like we belong with ourselves in Hazel Park. So, and we have great neighbors, James. So we're good friends. So, but. Thank you. I mean, it's so far so good. We love it. Thank you.
All right, all that movement.
Look, yeah, then you'll have to squeeze past me.
Yeah.
A secret visitor.
Since we're all here,
He's right in the middle.
I want to recognize a former mayor is sitting in the back row, Jeffrey Keaton.
Sneaky sneak.
Mayor Jeff Keaton in the house.
And then I would like to go to our state representative, Mike McFall. Give him a minute here to update us on what's going on. Sure.
Only if you want.
Want one?
I'm just kidding.
Mike used to sit right on the end over here.
Yeah, that's where
You
I
can
sit.
come sit, like.
No,
for Andy.
I could never fill Andy's chair. So, thank you for having me. I just wanted to give a quick update. We finally got the budget done in Lansing. It's not a great budget, but it's a budget with a lot of cuts happening at the federal level. Unfortunately, a lot of money flows down through the states, and we need to plug a lot of holes with existing dollars. Next year is probably going to be even worse, just so everybody is aware. I also would really like to thank Macomb County and Warren. Initially, the plan was for them to only pave and work on DeQuinder from 11 Mile and 696 North. And working with Mark Hackle's office and the County Road Commission, we were able to actually get them to do all the way down to 8 Mile, which has been a disaster zone for the longest time. So,
You know what?
very happy.
And again, I want everybody at home to know the big important role that you played in pushing them to do that, because that was not initially in their plans this year, and that road was literally going to turn into
Yes.
a gravel road.
Yes.
So I want, on behalf of Mayor, Council, and the people of Hazel Park, thank you for putting your foot where it needed to go and helping them see the importance of getting that
Yeah.
street fixed.
Like, I always like to give my mom credit because she always tells me the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So, and I try not to be.
That is the
I try not to be
squeaky
too
wheel, honestly.
annoying. I try not to be too annoying, but but it gets stuff done. So, and I think that's pretty much all that I have because we have not been in session since we got the budget done. This is a session week, but we're not actually in Lansing, obviously. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Tell
And
us our state share revenues are protected.
It was
Most of it.
It was flat. That's how they like to describe it, which means that it's actually a cut, even
Yes,
because
thank you for-
because they kept it the exact same. Unfortunately, though, I'm in the minority in Lansing, so I don't have as much sway when it comes to these types of things. But I was pushing back as hard as I can because that's always one of my
And we
top
want to thank
priorities.
you for all the hard work.
Yeah, thank you.
Before you step down, I have a quick question. I was looking over some of the budget, and I saw that there was actually an increase in school funding from the state level.
Yep.
And that is $250 per student.
Yes.
For every school community in the state of Michigan, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I want people to be aware of that.
Public schools.
For public schools, yes.
Yep.
I want people to be aware of that because we do currently have a millage on the ballot coming up for Oakland County specifically, but there is increased state funding coming through as well that is not
Correct.
going to affect our tax budget.
Correct.
So I just want people to be aware of that, and that was passed and that is going into law. So currently our schools and students are funded at a higher level than they ever have been in the history of Michigan.
That is true, but when you compare us to other states that are like $20,000 per student, we're way behind. So we always like to pat ourselves on the back for doing a mediocre job, but it is
great to
something.
see it.
It is something.
Yeah, I
I
was
know
gonna say,
it
it's
is
great to see
something.
that in the
So
budget, so
yeah, yep.
good.
So no, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'll actually say, as the chair of the Michigan Civil Rights Commission, thank you for the budget. MDCR not only lost 0 FTEs, but we got a 3% cost of living adjustment up.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad somebody got something.
right.
So please thank Speaker Hall for his newfound commitment to the cause of civil rights.
And DEI. Thanks.
Thank you, Rep.
All right, thank you. And we have a person running for office, Amanda Chaplet,
Miss Amanda Trappa.
and she'll fill us in on what position she's running for and all the updates she needs.
And how I'm not going to do a mediocre job,
Exactly.
besides everyone in Lansing. Well, good evening. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the introduction. Yes, I'm Amanda Trappa. You've seen my signs on your lawns, my literature everywhere. Thank you for being really kind and patient, but running to support you all of you in this room as your next state senator. I do a lot of work within the community, socioeconomic justice work, a lot of work for people who are renters in particular, and making sure that we have resources and tenants' rights through my work at Detroit Action. I live in Royal Oak. That's where I serve on the Compensation Commission, and that's a little bit of my background as well as workers' rights. But I'm really excited to give even more to this incredible, incredible community. I absolutely love Hazel Park. I cannot tell you how incredible it feels every single time that I come here, and that what someone said earlier, feeling like you belong. All of you have made me feel like I belong 10 times over, and what I can certainly promise is I'm going to give you every single thing that I've got, because that's exactly what you've given to me. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That takes us down to the civic announcements. Anyone for civic announcements? From council?
Just a reminder that the Hazel Park Art Fair, 14th annual Hazel Park Art Fair, is coming up August 22nd and 23rd. We are currently still accepting sponsorships. You can reach out via our website, or you can email directly at info@hpart.org, or you can get in contact with Linda Williams here through the city. She's been assisting us with that. We are also seeking volunteers. We have posted on our socials. You can find the QR code and the direct sign-up link. If you're struggling finding that and you need, if you need volunteer hours, we are a 501c3 nonprofit. So if you need volunteer hours for college, for school, for a college application, for a social club, for work, for probation, for whatever reason you may need your certified volunteer hours, even for your state benefits now, we have the ability to provide you some of those hours, and we would love to have you come volunteer with us. You can find the QR code and the sign up on our socials. And again, if you can't find those, you can email at info@hpart.org to get that sent to you.
Thank you. Any other civic announcements from council? That'll be it. We'll go down to public discussion. I'd like to open up public discussion. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the podium, give your name and address for a record. Don't all rush. Okay. We'll close public discussion. Consent agenda. Council, we get approval of consent agenda 1 through 10?
Your Honor, I move
11, sorry.
move approval of consent agenda items 1 through 11.
Second.
Any more discussion or dissension on 1 through 11? I would like to see if anyone's here from business license for 417 East 8 Mile, Midwest Interiors, 476 West 8 Mile, Master Plaster, 22014 John R. Common Craft, and 24918 Blacklight Coffee, LLC,
Ooh, another coffee spot.
and 951 East 9 Mile, which I think has got a little bunch of the media attention for Amelia Street Pizza. If you haven't been there, I suggest you should try it, as well as the Blacklight Coffee. And the Common Craft is a new introduction to the artsy area there. They're doing crafts and teaching people how to be more creative. And they hold classes in the building right there across the street from where I work. And they're very nice people. So if you get a chance to visit some of these businesses, please do. Shop local if you can. And patronize those people that are putting their livelihood out there for you to be part of their community. And it takes us to the administrative reports. Oh, sorry. Hearing no dissension, no more discussion, that passes. Administrative reports and orders to amend the Hazel Park Municipal Code Title 15, Buildings and Construction, Chapter 15.04, Building Code as follows on the second reading. And Council, may I have pleasure?
I move to approve the amendment to Hazel Park Municipal Code, Title 15, Buildings and Construction, Chapter 15.04, Building Code, on the second reading.
Second.
We have support. Any more discussion on that particular issue? Motion passes. Special land use, 608 East 10 Mile Road. Mr. Klobuchar.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
You have,
This applicant went to Planning Commission. James Finkley is here. If you have any additional questions on that, he was there, as well as Amanda Mason, and they can give you any in-depth information you would like. This is a special land use. It's been approved by the Planning Commission, and the administration recommends approval with the stipulations as outstanding. As stated by the Planning Commission.
it's all in here, yes. And just for a record, the applicant is here in the audience,
Okay.
if you have any questions. Any questions? Any motions?
This is a processing facility. They're not going to be doing any extraction here. This is primarily putting something that's already packaged into other packages. As I said, James and Amanda are here if you have any additional questions.
Actually, I did have a question, probably an owner question.
Please come up. Give your name and address for the record, please.
I'm Marvin Youssef from the 608 building.
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you guys?
Good. We did receive a communication from a resident. I think their predominant concern was noise and smell. Just wanted to see, kind of how you operate and if you're able to take any steps to mitigate those issues.
So there won't be any extracting or kitchen in that facility. The product that's coming in there, we're just using it as a distribution facility, and that's all.
And are you operating in the evening, like overnight, or predominantly during working hours? During the day?
Just work hours.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Council, any other questions
I was just going to say, it looks like this has been a vacant property
for a while?
since 2007. Are there any
Structural
any structural issues that that we need to be concerned about that need repair? I didn't see any notes here in the planning, but will this require?
Come on up, James.
Sorry, James and Amanda. Will this require any additional construction? And this is kind of also to address the concern of noise and things like that, but also the longevity of this space.
I'm not aware of any structural issues with the property. I'm sure that will be part of the inspection process that the city undergoes if this obtains actual licensure. And I know that some repairs are being done as well. So there's a building permit actually that will be able to take effect. So that will require inspections as well.
Okay.
And obviously, just to some of the concerns that you've noted and some of the concerns the residents brought up, We discussed this at great length at the Planning Commission meeting. We've actually had pretty good turnouts at the recent special land use cases for marijuana facilities. And the residents have really brought up a lot of existing issues or things that they've wanted to see. So we've really tried to incorporate those point by point within the conditions.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, you can probably tie bar items 2 and 4 together if you wish, unless you have, because you already got the applicant up here. So.
I move approval of the special land use, recommended that compliance be with the following conditions. All signage located with and or associated with this property comply with the Hazel Park Sign Code and HPMC Chapter 5.04. That all necessary federal, state, county, and municipal licenses, permits, and certifications must be obtained prior to the commencement of any operations or improvements for which they are required. That the applicant install a Knox box. No deliveries or pickup shall occur between the hours of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. at this facility. Any vehicles associated with this facility and or shall not violate Chapter 10.75 of the Hazel Park Municipal Code or any other relevant law, statute, rule, regulation, nor shall they obstruct East Mahan Avenue. That any substantial change of intensity of use would require site plan review, and I further move approval of the operating license for this entity.
Support.
Any other discussion on this issue? Hearing none, motion passes. No dissension. We have the special land uses approved for 608 East 10 Mile. Takes us down to item 3. Special land use application for 964 East 10 Mile. Is there anyone here from that property? We have an applicant here in the audience for that property. Council, administration?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this is similar to the previous applicant and the other facility. Amanda Mason is here. I can brief you on any additional aspects of this particular application, as can James Finkley. The Planning Commission has met. They've made their recommendation. They're recommending approval with conditions. The administration supports that recommendation as long as the conditions are adopted as well.
Administration have any other comments? No?
No, this is just similar to the last application as well. It's a non-extract process. This building has ample parking, is an enclosed back gated area. The other property did not. We would recommend that this be approved with the Planning Commission's recommendations. We did go through all of that with this applicant. Again, no extraction will be there. The last applicant, it's going to be packaged products that are primarily used. This applicant, there will be different products, but nothing that is extractable. There's no anticipated smell, impact on the neighborhood with this facility or any of the prior facilities. Just in general, a lot of the complaints that we got at Planning Commission didn't really relate to the proposed uses of these applicants. It was other things that are there that have a bigger impact on the neighborhood. And so we were able to sort of alleviate some of those fears and concerns. This is more akin to, there's going to be offices and very low impact. I don't anticipate any smell, noise, deliveries in excess, anything like that. And we did address all that. So I would recommend that it be approved.
And the blighting behind the buildings and everything is going to be cleaned up.
This one was completely empty.
Some of the complaints I got was from the residents of blight behind the buildings that they have to stare at and the fencing and everything.
Yeah, so we are dealing with that with an unrelated property where that's happening pretty aggressively. We did talk about that at length in Planning Commission. It wasn't these two applicants. There was one before. We've had 3 total with Planning Commission. I don't anticipate, unless we open up again, we'll have any more. This should be it. But following that first meeting that we had, not these two, Julie and I spent a week pretty much on Mahan. We literally we're dumpster diving and opening dumpsters and looking at things and taking care of things. These properties, the current one has been empty. The parking lot's open. It's closed. There's a gate. There shouldn't be any issues. They're sprucing up things. That one really honestly did look decent on the outside. The first one, there were a few weeds on the cement. Those were taken care of. I think they're planning on painting. Those issues really aren't, frankly, with some of our facilities as well. One of our big cleanups we did was right on the corner of Cousins and Mahan right there, which was an old construction, non-marijuana business. So we are dealing with blight on Mahan in general, the back of our businesses, we've really been focusing on this summer on Mahan and on Woodruff. On the other side of 9 Mile, that is an ongoing issue. So we are trying to work on that for sure.
Well, thank you. Council, have any other questions?
Move approval of special land use for this location, recommended with the following conditions: that all signage located with and or associated with this property comply with the Hazel Park sign code, that all necessary federal, state, county, and municipal licenses, permits, and certifications must be obtained prior to the commencement of any operations or improvements for which they are required, that the applicant install a Knox box, that no deliveries or pickups occur between the hours of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m., that any vehicles associated with this facility and or use shall not violate Chapter 10.75 of the Hazel Park Municipal Code or any other relevant law, statute, rule, or regulation, nor shall they obstruct East Mahan Avenue, that employees park in the rear lot, that any substantial change in intensity of use would require site plan review, and I further move approval of the operating license for this location.
Support.
Any more discussion, dissension? So you're including item 5 as well. Thank you. Motion passes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Boards and commissions,
Nothing tonight.
old business.
I do have some old business. In my calendar, I have that we are coming up upon the 6-month zone for the prohibition for data centers in Hazel Park. And I would like to request the administration for the next meeting bring back a continuance of that 6-month moratorium, please.
Okay.
That's it.
You may be able to just
Well, I know
move
that
to extend it.
we had said that we weren't sure, if we wanted to look at it more clearly and figure out if we needed to extend it or if we need to do a rehash. But either way, I figure I'd give you a whole month to work on it. I know we're all busy. Thank you.
Any new business? Communications from department heads? Anyone from back there want to come up and talk?
For the record, I do think the Planning Commission has made some changes to the data center thing, but I don't think they're fully implemented yet, so we'll probably just recommend another 6 months
Okay.
for the moratorium.
Great.
Mr. Young? You want to give everybody an update about all the ditches you've been digging all over town?
Those aren't his ditches.
Right, I was like,
just the one.
Oh, just the water department, so I
Just
figure
the
he's the
ones
DPLB guy, we might as well.
On West Harry.
It's been a little bit of a mess down by me, so. Down the north end as well.
I guess the big question is, where do we start with that list?
Well, you've been very active, and I just want to if you want to let the people know to be patient, I figure you might want to.
Yep. So we completed all the water main and connections on both Caledonia and also the West Harry. We chose to bring the new main out under John R. to the opposite side to East Harry, just to save us any problems in the future of that breaking under John R. at all. They have finished up everything except for the landscaping, so that's what it looks like they're working on now. This is a pretty good contractor as far as does what he says and performs pretty quickly. So we should see all this stuff bottled up shortly. Then this contractor will be moving to 8 Mile Road to do a water main that's out there. And that shouldn't affect too much except for maybe some of the intersections onto 8 Mile. We'll know more as it gets started. And then at that point, then he'll move up towards Andreessen and Annabelle to finalize up some water mains up there. We'll keep everybody informed in the area as we're getting closer and closer to those jobs. And everything should go well. The other contractor in town is up in the northeast side of town, replacing lead service lines to individual homes. That is been a process of just getting our wheels going, and it looks like it's now moving much smoother. We are in the process of designing a zone zone system for this job because it's going to be a citywide job of like 12 to 1,400 services. So we're going to divide it up a little bit tighter into zones, and it'll be easier for us to maintain control and notifications to those residents in those areas. So that should help out for the future. Now that project will probably go on for several years in town. So we're not, we're able to finish out 3 to 4 a day. So it's a big process. So we'll see where we are as we keep going here. Now, the other one is Consumers Energy is probably the one that you see the most activity on. They're replacing their entire gas system throughout the whole city. So everything north of 9 Mile is getting replaced. They've already pretty much done the south end. They are currently between Reynolds and John R., between 9 Mile and Woodward Heights. So they do have a lot of traffic control out. Just keep your eyes open for them. There's a lot of workers there. There's a lot of equipment that they have out. And they hope to be done and moving up into the north end of town probably by August. We'll see where we are with that, and we'll report on that when we know more. If anybody has any problems with these projects we have going on, this is all part of our Michigan Drinking Water Revolving Fund. We have assigned an individual worker to be the project coordinator for it. So we'll put out the information for that. We've set up a separate email for questions so that we can keep it all nice and controlled and not have 5-6 people answering one email. So it should go a lot better for anybody that has questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Tim.
I do have a question. I had a resident reach out. They live on Pearl Avenue, and they had, it wasn't a city crew, but it was either DTE or consumers, and they trampled and ruined some plants that they had in their planter, their area next to their driveway. It wasn't in their backyard, but they were standing on it to look into the neighbor's yard, and I'm assuming it may have been consumers because of the area where the meter is. Is there contact information that a resident can reach out to? Do you have that information for them?
I don't have it on me, but I'll
Can you send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I did email you, but I know we're all pulling our hair out around here. So,
Okay.
But I would love to give them that contact info.
Do you know, can you email me their address? We'll go check it out and see if we can determine what agency might have been out on their property.
Yep.
Might be the better way to go.
I'll forward you the message, I believe.
Okay.
Make sure it's on there again. Thank you.
Okay.
And then don't leave because I got to bug your brain about art fair before we run away. I say
Yeah, you guys got us some good information. So they've already got the signs made, and apparently I think we have the map or the layout already in place.
I sent you an email about getting your input on adding some spots to that.
Yeah.
Related to city council stuff. I want to pick your brain before we go.
Stick around for a second.
Oh, I
Don't
got
run away.
other things to talk about too. So
Watching you. Don't run away.
Sure, very good.
But you got more stuff to talk about?
Well, we'll come up with it when we get through the next. But any other questions on the project front out there?
Thank you for the swiftness in which we did storm cleanup.
Yeah.
That'll be what I'll talk about it in a few minutes.
So
stand by.
actually, I'll just ask you. Did Ferndale assist with that at all?
Not that I'm aware of. My crew didn't tell me they had any assistance from anybody.
Okay, so it might have just been a mistake. Ferndale picked up my branch.
Okay.
I was just wondering if it was a
nice of them.
thing or an accident.
Must have been their new guys.
No, I really think it was. I just wanted to know if it was like an accident or if it was planned and unassisted.
that border up there in Ferndale sometimes throws people off because the service drive is such a short distance away. Consumers actually ran new gas mains in that whole area, assuming it was Ferndale. So it does.
I just wanted to know because we have a
possible.
lovely partnership with our sister city, our neighbor city.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
And
I just wanted to.
And I've had guys not paying attention, ended up taking the sweeper right into Ferndale, cleaned about 3 or 4 streets before they realized they're not in Hazel Park anymore. So yeah, we got a good relation with them.
Okay. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
You're funny.
I'd like to have Chief Walker come up for a minute. I'd like for a little update about the fire we had on West Elza and the mutual aid we had
On July 3rd?
on July.
July 3rd on West Elza. Let me tell you the address.
House fire, it's on
Just West Alsa.
West Elza.
West Elza, we had primary lines drop in the backyard. We notified DTE. The issue when a primary line drops on a house is that we can't actually put the fire out because we would get electrocuted. We noted the DTE line crews. It took them, I don't know offhand how long to get there. It ended up catching the 130 house on fire and the house to the west side. We were able to keep it controlled to, we lost the one house, the house to the west side, we were able to save, and the house to the east side, we were able to save.
And is all our guys there? Or do we have some mutual aid? He'll come in and help us as
So
well.
unfortunately, our PD tried to contact, we have an auto aid agreement with Ferndale, Masson Heights. At the time, they were all tied up on runs. We actually had Birmingham Fire come down and respond to us. We actually had 2 house fires going at that time with 6 guys.
I just want to say thank you for the mutual aid from all our other supporting members of our system. And I'd like to say thank you to all the firefighters in our department for getting out there and doing everything they can.
Yeah. That day, we did 25 runs, and
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy day.
literally, we had like 11 calls holding up down power lines when we got done putting out the 2 house fires.
I can only imagine.
The biggest thing I can tell you guys, though, is stay away from down power lines. I think residents get it now. Like, some people are like, hey, put this fire out. We can't.
Yeah.
It back charges the whole house through the service lines. It's a disaster.
Make sure to keep your pets away from downed lines, your kids.
The one house, so we were able to save the guy's cat. So he was really happy.
Good.
We did get the cat out.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for that.
Yep.
Thanks, Chief.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chief.
Yep.
Any other department heads want to come up and give us an update on anything? All right. No. Mr. Finkley?
Just briefly on the data center moratorium.
Yes.
So that actually, we've discussed at the last 2 planning commission meetings. There's extensive things that we kind of intend to do with that, and I know a lot of the commissioners actually have a lot of ideas they'd like to implement. So we hope to bring something to you at the September meeting, because there is a scheduling conflict with the August meeting. But what I would say too is if a moratorium were to expire, it's not as if data centers would just be principally permitted, because they would default to a warehouse use. So you'd still have them for special land use at worst, even if there was no moratorium. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Any other department heads? Seeing none? Moves us. What was
Tim's
it?
coming back.
Tim's coming back.
Putting his other hat on.
Uh-oh.
Talk about the storm. So, what an interesting 4th of July we had with the weather. On July 3rd, we experienced between 7 and 8 o'clock that evening wind gusts of 30 to 50 miles an hour, as most of us know, because a lot of people lost power, and we've talked about tree branches being down everywhere. So I wanted to thank our crew who came in on Friday night and did some cleanup and mainly addressed the power issues that we were having at DPW, got our pumps running, contacted police and fire to fill their vehicles at the gas pumps, and got the animal shelter up and running so that it was a comfortable environment in there. So I wanted to thank Jeff Kiznick, Brian Mix, and Nolan Twyman for coming in on that Friday and helping out. And Mike Booker came in to on call for the response to the house fires and any water issues that needed to be addressed at the houses off or on if the fire department needed. On Saturday, which was the 4th, we continued our storm response. We had 38 sites to address. 5 trees were stabilized for removal, which is currently underway. And again, thank you to Brian and Jeff, and also John Gorney, Joe Tokash, Dylan Rogers, and Nolan Twyman for coming in, and they spent pretty much the entire 4th of July in working on that. And then on Sunday morning, Jeff was in again just to kind of finalize with the generators and making sure things were still good to go. And then we had a water main break, and a couple of the guys were in for that. But very proud of all them, their hard work. Everybody's at home eating hot dogs and enjoying themselves, and they were in here taking care of business for us. I was happy also to report that out of all that work, nobody reported any injuries of any sort. All the equipment worked properly. Thank you to council for approving the different equipment we've asked for in the last several years. It was very helpful and worked out very well for the guys. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understands those guys really work hard for everybody here. I appreciate it. So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other department heads? Seeing none, moves us to the city attorney.
All well, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. City manager.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'll echo some of the things said by the department heads. I want to thank everybody in our fire department, public works, police department, everybody who showed up and responded during the aftermath of that storm. We also had people in the community, like this gentleman here, who brought his own chainsaw out and helped residents clean up from the damage. That's who Hazel Park is. We come together whenever there is a challenge, and we meet that challenge as a community. And it was wise picks for you today, Mayor Pro Tem, to showcase how people in this community step up and step forward and help their neighbors. I think that's great. We had some of our citizen CERT volunteers show up to help as well, and we're going to try to get more everyday citizens involved in that program. So when there is bad weather or some other type of emergency or a house fire or some sort of city or region-wide disaster, we'll have another pool of trained personnel who can help out and be of assistance. So to echo what Alyssa Sullivan said about school millages, there are 2 millages that are on the ballot. A schools millage and a library millage this primary election in August. So please do your research and consider those millages carefully. We do not have a city millage on the ballot. The library, of course, now is its own independent entity and has been such for well over 20 years. So sometimes we hear from people who say, you've raised my tax rates, and that's just not true. Deputy City Manager Lazy Christensen had an individual today who came in and insisted that we had raised our tax rates here in Hazel Park, and that's not the case. All of our ad valorem tax rates actually went down and have been going down for the past several years. So remember, it's a function of value and tax rates, and your value is capped 5% of the rate of inflation, whatever is less. And we know it's a hardship when people buy a house and it uncaps and the taxes go up. We don't support that any more than you support that, because guess what? Then the Headley Amendment kicks in and you're paying 2 to 3 times as much in taxes as the previous owner did. And for us, it is a net neutral situation, because then the Headley Amendment kicks in and we have to reduce everybody's tax rates further. So you're paying all that additional monies in taxes, and for the city of Hazel Park, it is a revenue neutral situation. So we hope that our lawmakers in Lansing take a look at this. As I've said, and I say it every meeting, Michigan's system of municipal finance is fundamentally broken. And it's not just our system of municipal finance, it's our entire system of property taxation. So we need to look at that, and we need to have some responsible fixes. I hear some crazy talk from some candidates running for a statewide office, and none of their proposals have any arithmetic behind them at all. So please look at who you vote for statewide candidates very carefully. So with that, I also want to thank my wife, Diane, who spent July 3rd driving around with me looking at storm damage all night, and a big chunk of the 4th of July looking at storm damage. Again, everybody in this town did a great job responding to that. I want to recognize Chief William Hamill for 30 years of service to the city of Hazel Park.
Yo.
His wife is going to feed us all tomorrow, and we're going to have a little luncheon, and we're going to honor him for his 30 years of service. And Bill's had a very rich and diverse career here where he's been a detective, he's been in special investigative units, he's worked his way up from patrolman, and again, it's a pleasure to recognize him, and it's also a pleasure to work with him on a day-to-day basis because he takes being chief of police very seriously, and the job genuinely means something to him. He could have retired years ago. He's here because he wants to be here, wants to do the job, and continue to serve the residents of Hazel Park. So thank you and congratulations, Bill. And
Chief.
It was great to see Representative Mike McFall here, and he really was the squeaky wheel that kept gnawing at the Macomb County Road Commission, who fixed DeQuinder, and is in the process of fixing DeQuinder. As I would tell everybody, this is not our road. And we did go out and we did patch it on numerous occasions, and we did try to make it safe when the Macomb County Road Commission failed to do so. And Mike did a great job of pushing at them to get them to act on that. And finally, it's nice to see my friend Amanda Treppa here. I had a chance to meet with her and talk with her, and she graciously listened to me for almost an hour, drone on about the intricacies of Michigan's broken municipal finance system, and she survived that ordeal and actually showed back up to visit us again. So I thank her and compliment her for her patience, but also her intellect and understanding for being able to comprehend all of that. So with that, I'm done. Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm privileged to work for you.
Thank you. We'll go to our Councilman Lando.
Love it when Ed gets on a soapbox. Congratulations. Congrats to Chief Hamill. 30 years is no small feat. It's an honor to have you here in the city. Congratulations to Doug Hawkins and Eric Zaremski and Patrick Tracy. That is just the absolute best of the community. So thank you for helping out my colleague. I'm sure you had no idea who she was in that moment, so it just makes it even more profound.
She showed up.
Congratulations to Doug's Delay and Bar Gabby. That is just both places are really, really incredible, so it's great to see them honored. Thank you to Representative McFall for joining us here today, and also thank you to my friend Amanda Treppa for coming up and giving her spiel for her office. Just really, really great to see people running for office come and visit our community. Now I'm going to talk about something really weird, and I ask that you guys just bear with me. There is a outbreak of cyclosporiasis in the state of Michigan. What is cyclosporiasis? I'm so glad you asked. There is a parasite called cyclospora that causes a whole litany of things. It infects the intestines and causes watery diarrhea, nausea, and stomach cramps. And in an average year in Michigan, there's 40 to 50 cases. As of yesterday, there are 2,640.
Really?
And because there's about a 2-week onset period, we are still getting rolling cases from 2 weeks ago, and we expect that number to increase a lot. So what can you do? Please purchase whole heads of lettuce rather than pre-washed bag lettuce or pre-mixed salad kits. If you have bag lettuce, honestly, you should probably just throw it out. When you do buy a whole head of lettuce, discard the outer layer, and before preparation, throw away the outer 2 to 3 layers of leaves. Wash the inner leaves under clean running water. And if you can, please prioritize cooking. Cook to at least a temperature of 158 degrees. These recommendations are particularly important for people who have a higher risk of dehydration or weakened immune system, such as anybody on chemo, organ transplant recipients, infants and young children, and elderly people. If you do become ill, please visit your primary care provider and ask them specifically to test for cyclospora. And please try to remember everything that you've eaten for the last 2 weeks, because that information is going to aid in their investigation. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Melissa Sullivan.
I love coming after that.
Would help that one.
I am going to go on a more positive note, but also as somebody that eats fruit exclusively, like every day, all day, I'm terrified. So, and what I've heard also is that this isn't something that can just be washed off. So
Specifically, very
yeah.
clingy.
What was that?
They say it's clingy.
Yes, it's terrifying. I want to say again, congratulations to our Citizens and Businesses of the Month. The Citizens and the Businesses of the Month really are what make Hazel Park the community that it is. Alongside of our residents here, it's all part of this big tapestry that makes our city really unique and really enveloping. And I am so glad to hear people say they're proud to be here and that they're excited to be here. And we just hope to keep that momentum going. I also want to, again, thank our first responders, the DPW, and the neighbors that all stepped up and put in some hard work during the holiday weekend with the storms. I thankfully was in an area of the city that wasn't hit. However, many of my pet sitting clients were, so I was dealing with power outages in multiple cities around us. And I can tell you that the cleanup that happened here in Hazel Park was, in my personal opinion, so much faster than in surrounding communities.
Thank you.
I was going around neighborhoods because trees were still down 2 to 3 days after the storms in some of the cities that I was pet sitting in, including Huntington Woods and Pleasant Ridge and Detroit. So our DPW here is on it, like lickety split. So thanks to you guys, and thanks to the neighbors that came out and saw a need and was like, I can handle this. That's what I got that chainsaw for. Thank you for that. I also want to thank Mike McFall for coming and speaking about the budget being passed and giving me a chance to, verify that the school funding was in there. And also thanks to Ed for talking about the ballot initiatives that are going to be on this August and then potentially in November as well. And I want to give a huge shout out to Amanda Truppa for coming in today. She and I hosted a meet and greet with her earlier this year, and I really can't say enough about what a great person she is as a human being, but also I think what a great leader that she is. And I really am grateful for her stepping up to try to represent our community. So, and thanks for coming out today. I also want to remind people that during regular business hours, our rec department is open for a cooling center. Our library is open for a cooling center. Keep an eye on people that have health issues, people that are elderly in your neighborhood, people that may not have air conditioning. We're going through another heat wave here today. When I got in my Jeep this morning, it said it was 108 degrees outside. Obviously, that's not correct, but it felt like 150. It felt like the surface of the sun inside of my Jeep. So fans don't cool you down in the way that like air conditioning can. So just be aware. Don't do overly strenuous activities. Stay hydrated. This is probably my 20th bottle of water today. As somebody that works outside, wear your sunscreen, appropriate clothing, a hat, face covering, and just look out for each other. Be safe.
Andrea Washington, Mayor Pro Tem.
Yeah, ditto to. It's kind of hard being last sometimes because everyone already says all the things. So ditto. But yes, thank you to our first responders, our fire department, our police department, our DPW workers. Congrats to the chief on your many years of service. It's very hard to imagine working at one place for that long. So thank you to my neighbor that showed up today. And thank you to Doug and Eric, even though you're not here today, I'm going to come bug you in your backyards. And thank you to Mike for being here and sharing all the lovely news. And Amanda, I know a lot of other people have said very nice things about her, but I just want to say she called me out of the blue and just called to chat and check up on me. And I really appreciate that as just human to human. And she always lets me know how much she loves Hazel Park. So when she came here and she said that she loves Hazel Park, she loves Hazel Park, and she knocks a lot of doors. And so you can know that she sees the character here of our citizens and truly means that. I think that's about it that I have. Stay cool. If you have any trips coming up, safe travels. I say that because I'm traveling this weekend. And also, it's not quite time, but back to school is coming. College is coming up for a lot of people. I have friends whose kids are graduating, and they're very nervous, and it's just that time that they're getting ready to move out for the first time and be independent. So I don't have kids, but I know that it's very important to have empathy and support those that do. Because, yeah, I love my little nieces and nephews. And thank you. Oh, and pass the ERA.
Thank you. Ditto too as well. There was a lot of comments tonight. And I want to say thank you to the police and fire department, DPW, for all their hard work, and as well as all the people that work at City Hall. Without the team effort of our whole community in City Hall, we wouldn't have where we're at today. Hazel Park is a town that in many years over the past, we've seen it resilience over and over and over from our residents and our employees and people working together shoulder to shoulder that you would probably never talk to each other if you didn't know who they were, because they actually care about where they live and who they are. And that's the best part of this town. I want to say thank you to Amanda Treppa for being here and getting her little speech out, and got to know her a little bit. She seems very knowledgeable on where she's going to be headed here, hopefully. If you can, get out and see what she's about. And how the hell did you do it, Mike? How'd you get DeQuindra paved after 35 years? Because I've been trying to get it paved in between for back 15 years ago. And I don't know who you talked to, but thank you. That was a heck of a feat there to do that. And we really appreciate it very much. And Mike's been a former council person here, and he understands the plight in which we have to deal with here as a city, and we have to deal with different things that we have to run up on every day or every week, and he runs into a few more than we do now. So better him than I. So I couldn't do this job. But it goes back to one more thing. I don't care what you vote for, but you need to support our library. Our library is a resource for our students. It's an independent resource. And our students in our community is the most important thing we have in our lives, is our children. Support the library. No matter what you vote for that library, please. Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We're done.